Good evening, Toastmasters, and welcome guests.
Good evening.
I hereby open meeting number 191. And welcome all of you to our club contest on humorous speeches and table topics. We are keeping the opening formalities to a bare minimum as we have 9 contest speakers coming up and equal number of table topics speakers as well. To take this meeting forward and to chair the contest, we have a person who is the youngest DTM in Pathways in India and the current Division C Director. I have known him to be a very enthusiastic Toastmaster and very proactive, ever ready to take up roles. Please put your hands together and help me welcome the contest chair for today's contest, DTM Udanka.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters. Past couple of weeks, we have observed our members have done an excellent humorous speech, an excellent table topic, and sometimes an excellent humorous table topic. How about we combine everyone in one single platform, say, give only humorous and give only table topics or humorous table topic. Won't be that fun? Won't you guys enjoy those speeches? Yes. Won't you guys have some things as our DTM everyone said, don't you have some points to mark it for your next humorous speech?
Yes.
And let's break the wait and let's start with the contest. I welcome you all to the humorous and table topic contest for 2022 hosted by Mekon Communication Club. Without any further delay, let's start with the contest 1, table topic contest. With that, to take over the stage, I have a contest master who is very new to the club, but we don't seem like she's a new member of Toastmasters. The way she delivers, the way she expresses, or the way she handles the audience behind the lectern is superb. Please put your hands together in welcoming our very contest master for table topic contest, Toastmaster Lakshmi Shekhar.
Thank you, contest chair, for that lovely introduction. Distinguished and august evening to all of you today, especially the judges. We welcome you all today and thank you for taking the time to come here today. A special welcome to all of you. The wait is over. Welcome, Toastmasters, to the table topics contest for the year 2022 for Mekon Communication Club. We will conduct this contest completely in line with the rules mentioned in the latest speech contest. I am to read out these rules for this contest in brief. So here they are. To be eligible to participate, a contestant must be a paid member of a club in good standing in which he or she is competing and must meet all of the eligibility criteria as per the latest speech contest rules. The contest will consist of the same question being asked to each contestant. Each contestant will have 1 to 2 minutes to deliver an impromptu speech based on the question. All contestants except for the contestant number 1 will be escorted from the room and will be invited back when the previous contestant has completed the speech. Each speech will be judged by a panel of judges. Timing will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. This is usually the first word uttered by the contestant, but would also include any other communication such as sound effects, a staged act, etc. The judges, contestants, functionaries and sergeant-at-arms have been fully briefed on the rules. The contestants have been informed of the location of the timers. The timer today is Suprabha. So the green flag will be displayed at 1 minute of your speech, the yellow flag at 1.5 minutes and the red flag at 2 minutes. Judges are instructed not to consider the timings in the ranking of the contestants. Prior to announcing the results, the contest chair will announce if timed disqualifications have occurred but not name the contestant. There will be a minute of silence after each speech so as to give the judges enough time to mark the ballot. There will be 2 minutes of silence after the last speech to allow the judges to mark their ballot and to tally the votes. The chief judge for today's contest is DTMU Bhatt sir. Each contestant will be introduced in the following manner: contestant number and contestant name. No title will be used. We have 10 contestants in the contest today. Speaking order was determined by drawing of the lots. So the order is as follows. Contestant number 1, Sai Priya. Please raise your hand so I may see. Contestant number 2, Raja. Contestant number 3, Raghunandana. Contestant number 4, Jyoti. Contestant number 5, Balaji AS. Contestant number 6, Pavani. Contestant number 7, Ujwal. Contestant number 8, Vijay Upendra. Contestant number 9, Sushma. 9 contestants. Okay. I confirm that all the contestants are present in the room. The judges, role takers and contestants have all been briefed and we are ready to begin the contest. So, contestants, are you ready?
Yes.
Timers, tally counters, sergeant at arms, are you ready? Yes. Audience, are you ready? Yes. Chief Judge, shall we begin the contest?
Please go ahead.
So let us begin the 2022 Table Topics Contest for Mekong Communication Club. In order to maintain uniformity for all contestants, we will maintain 1 minute of silence before I call the first contestant. SAA, please prepare the first contestant. Timer, please let me know when the first minute is up. So
I think
the remaining contestants, except Toastmaster Sai Priya, if you can please wait outside. Good luck to all the contestants. Okay, we have 10 contestants. Toastmaster Ajay. I thought I was in 10.
Names na ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ slow ಹೇಳಿ.
I'll simply order.
ಯಾರು vote ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ.
Sorry, sir.
You can all of them. No, it's not required. I'm not a judge.
I have given to them.
No, they have given.
We have given to the list.
They have photocopied give to them. So they are supposed so that just to save time.
That is not the way.
Actually, yeah. So we do. President of contest certificates.
In the presence of President hands over, but contest chair passes it on to the President. President in turn passes it on to the winner or participant.
Yes, signature of the President.
Yeah, President.
I'll fill it and give it.
May we begin?
ನೇಮ್ ಎಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಾಕು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ.
Our first contestant today is Toastmaster Sai Priya. Your topic for today for this speech is "The future excites me because." Toastmaster Sai Priya, for that our topic, "The future excites me because."
A very good evening to my dear fellow Toastmasters and all my dear guests. Thank you, Table Topic Master, for giving me this topic. So my future is going to be very bright and it's going to be of something where my dream will come true of becoming a doctor by pursuing nutrition, which I am currently doing in Swayam online and through video lectures and taking notes through my efforts and like virtually learning. So there is interaction in some manner because there's a speaker speaking in the video and I am interacting by answering the questions he asks, and they also give quizzes for which we can attempt and we can evaluate ourselves, and the speaker gives us time to evaluate ourselves and also gives us time to go through our answers. And one in which I recently I scored 9 out of 10, and that was a big milestone for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmasters Idea, for that talk. We will give a minute of silence to us to allow the judges. Timer, please let me know when the minute is up. Thank you. Our next contestant today is Raja. Raja, for you the topic is the future excites me because. So Toastmaster Raja with the topic, the future excites me because.
Thank you, Table Topics Masters and fellow Toastmasters. The topic that I have got is the future excites me because. If we think about the human evolution, throughout the years it has evolved into a more progressive state. So if I think about the future, I'm always positive about that. Even in the recent times, there is a lot of things that I can get excited about for the future. For example, artificial intelligence, right, or machine learning. That really excites me because that's going to take our human evolution to a next level. So that's the reason the future excites me a lot. And also, in the future, there's going to be a lot of developments that is going to happen in different areas. Whether it is going to be medicine, whether it is going to be agriculture, education, it keeps on developing. And though I may not be alive to see that in a far future ahead, but still, in my lifetime, I'm confident that I'll be able to see a considerable amount of progress, because in the past 50 years, whatever we have achieved is so much when compared to that of you take 500, 600 years back. So this really excites me, and not only myself, it excites the entire generation as well. And that's the reason I think, and I'm excited about the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raja. We wish you a very long life so you may see all that the future brings for you. Our next contestant is Raghunandana. We will give the judges a minute of silence so as timer, please let me know when the minute is up. Thank you. Our next contestant is Raghunandana. Your topic today is the future excites me because. So Toastmaster Raghunandana with the topic the future excites me because.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guys. the future excites me about. So, the future is always exciting because we don't know what happens at what moment. Might be I might walk out of the room and just fall. Who know about the future? So, future is always exciting because there are new invention taking place in every field. For example, science. Who would even imagine that there was EV, electric vehicle, which would result in a positive way? But again, there are some destructive ways of the invention. Invention has got all its positive side and negative side. So the future is always exciting. And to tell about the future, even you can consult an astrologer, but it's all on our belief. He might just tell his prediction on his expertise, and who knows, the God is there, and God definitely should give the spontaneity to accept that change or something. And back to table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghunandana. We will give the judges a minute to mark the ballot. Thank you. Our next contestant is Jyoti Rao. The topic today is the future excites me because. Jyoti Rao with the topic the future excites me because.
Good evening, Toastmasters. The future excites me because I think there's so much to do. Partially because I live in a fantasy world, and many a times I think this fantasy will also become a reality. I do have a dream of spending a moment with Amitabh Bachchan where I hug him and tell him how much I love him. There is also a fantasy of mine that I will be a celebrity one day. Celebrity could be I become an author someday, because at times I think I have started writing my script at the Toastmasters, so maybe I'll go forward and be an author. The most exciting part is because I am a storyteller, and I will be called upon by people of different countries to come and tell stories, maybe for their children or for their audience. I have decided, and I'm sure, that my visit abroad will be by someone else's expenses, because they will be calling me to that country. So all these things makes it much, much more exciting for me, because I believe in what I fantasize, and I believe that my fantasy will become a reality one day, and I have the patience to wait for that one day, which will be very, very soon. And thank you to all of you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyoti. Judges, if you can please mark the ballot. Thank you. Our next contestant is Balaji AS. Your topic for today is the future excites me because. Balaji AS with the topic, the future excites me because.
Every time I spoke to my grandfather, he always told, in our times, days were beautiful, nights were fantastic, people, fantastic too. And I used to sit with my father who used to say the same thing. In our days, 50 paisa, you would get a bag full of cranberries. And now for one glass of cranberry juice, you have to pay 250 rupees. And now I'm just processing all of this and I'm just wondering, how are they even proud of those days? Which stories like walking to school for 5 kilometers every day? Which stories like going all out and fighting with their parents for one shots to wear to their relatives' wedding? Future is what excites me because look at our lives. The other day I placed an order and within 15 minutes I had Nandini milk delivered to my house paying only 21 rupees. And today morning I had my breakfast, a fantastic sandwich from Namdari's. If I go to Namdari's all the way, he charges me 75 rupees. Thanks to Dunzo, 30% off, 50 rupees served on my table. And when those days were like, Auto uncle, Bartira, you wouldn't have asked your own partner to come home so many times. You asked the auto guy so many times, and today, that auto is one touch away. And then we talk about how exciting the past was. You might have nature in the past, but don't worry, we have jungle retreat in the present. You might have had fantastic, honest people in the past, but don't worry. At present, there are no more people who tie your hands and legs and pull you from all four sides as a part of their punishment. Don't worry, we have a fantastic future, and if you're not excited, stop dwelling in the past and think of the future. Thank you, over the contest.
Thank you very much, Master Balaji. Judges, time to mark the ballot, please. Thank you. Our next contestant is Pavani. Your topic for today is the future excites me because. Pavani with the topic the future excites me because.
A very happy evening to all the fellow Toastmasters. Future definitely excites me. Just now I have graduated and entering the new phase of life. I feel there is a lot of excitement than anyone else. I'm just excited for what job I'll get, or how will I do well in that job, and what is the future after that. And I don't have any plans like plan A, plan B, nothing. I'm just going with the flow, and I'm just trying to apply for all the jobs right now, and I don't know what's happening, and I'm just clueless right now. But then still future excites because without that challenge, or without any challenges you want to take up, there is nothing like there is nothing more excitement than that. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pavani. Judges, if you can please mark the ballot. Thank you. Our next contestant is Ujjwal. The topic for today is the future excites me because. Ujjwal with the topic the future excites me because.
Contest chair, contest master, and fellow Toastmasters. Good evening.
Good evening.
My topic for today is my future excites because now I've just now have been graduated. So this is my adult. The next phase of life has started. I'm very much curious how the life will take me towards in the future, and my aim as for now is getting into top MBA colleges, and then getting into great placements, and then getting into good placements, and then coming to the so that like so yeah thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Judges, please mark the ballot. Our next contestant is Vijay Upendra. The topic for today is the future excites me because. Vijay Upendra with the topic the future excites me because.
Contest Master, good evening Toastmasters. Yes, future excites me a lot. Why I say so? Now I am 62-year-old. I have got 62-year-old of experience. With this experience, I can guide people who are 20, 30, 40 and 50 respectively. And hence, I see the future to be much more effective. Why I say so? When I entered college, the teacher told me or the lecturer told me, read, understand and omit on the paper. That means I got only the information but not the application part of it. Mere having the information will not give the formative capabilities of an individual within one's own self. This gap all of us have faced at one stage or the other stage. Information to formation is very, very important. Unless we know how to formate the information that we have inside, what is that we are going to give to the external world? That is the reason I say that with the experience of 50 plus years or 40 plus years, I want to guide the younger generation so that they become more effective in formatting their own lives. Thank you and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay Upendra. Let's give the judges a minute to mark the ballot. Thank you. Our next contestant is Sushma. The topic for today is the future excites me because. Sushma with the topic the future excites me because.
Dear Toastmasters and guests, for a person who has been consistently facing failures in phased manner, the future naturally excites me because I see nothing but a positive time ahead. Small win, medium win, big win, exponential win. This is what I see. And being positive is in my blood. My blood group is B positive. So I feel there is no need to give up at any point. I had the privilege to learn a lot of life lessons so far, and I have plans for the future. So this is what I have been following. And whenever people ask me, Sushma, what keeps you going? Life is a beautiful journey. The past is meant to teach you something. Just learn from it. The present is meant to treasure it like a gift. And the future is for you to enjoy. Plan for your future, but don't make everything about your future a big deal. Because there will be a lot of unexpected scenarios which might crop up, and you need to be prepared for it, right? So whenever I think of the future, while it excites me, it also excites me in a different way. It showcases what all risks are there in future. But
that doesn't deter me, my confidence level, that doesn't reduce it even a bit, because I have been in the worst of scenarios and I am more keen on managing my future even better than before. I have the experience, life experience to go through failure. So I am sure that I will be having an equal or greater level of experience or confidence to face whatever the future might hold for me. At the most, what can happen? Only good things can happen. All the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sushma. Judges, if you can please mark the ballot. Thank you. Our next contestant is Ajay. The topic for today is the future excites me because. Ajay, with the topic the future excites me because.
Toastmasters, there is an inherent implied assumption in this topic that the future excites me. It actually doesn't. Who knows, the future is all about aspirations. The future is all about, this is my strength, this is where I want to reach, this is my dream, that is what I want to do. Nothing is determined. We're always living every day thinking there will be a silver lining. Probably there isn't. The future is exciting because we have hope. And hope is, always thinking of, what is the next big thing? Okay, a manager wants to become a director, an engineer wants to become a manager. They're all living in that hope of something bigger. A child wants to grow up and become a man wants to become married, a married man wants to have a child. They're always thinking of the next big thing. But maybe it doesn't work out that way. And if we truly, let me get philosophical here, actually. There's a book that I read called The Road Less Traveled by Scott Peck. And he quotes Gautam Buddha, which most of us know, life is full of misery. We've heard that, right? Life is full of misery. But the moment we truly embrace it, we transcend it. If we truly embrace that life is full of misery, there is no misery anymore. If we truly embrace that there is no bright future, there is no exciting thing, then this moment becomes beautiful. Then this day becomes beautiful. This contest and these faces become beautiful. Not that you weren't beautiful before, but if you're embracing, we're always thinking of a future that's exciting, tomorrow that's better than today. Today is lost. Let me repeat what Gautam Buddha said. It's not my words. This is wisdom of 3,000 years. Life is full of misery. When we truly embrace this truth, we transcend it. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ajay. That was the last contestant. Let's give the judges 2 minutes to mark the ballot and then submit the same to the counters. Thank you. So it is time now to recognize the participants. Let's give a huge round of applause to all of them. We will hand out participation certificates. I request DTM AK Prabhakara sir to come and hand out the participation certificates. As I call your name, please step up to the lectern. Toastmaster Sai Priya. Judges and tally counters may move to a different room. Toastmaster Raja. Toastmaster Raghunandan. Toastmaster Jyoti. Toastmaster Balaji AS. Toastmaster Pavel. Toastmaster Ujjwal. Toastmaster Vijay Upendra. Toastmaster Sushma. Toastmaster Ajay. Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, Prabhakara sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, this brings us to the end of the table topics contest for the year 2022 for Mekong Communication Club. Thank you all for being such a wonderful and encouraging audience. It's been a pleasure to host this contest. Back to you, contest chair.
Did you guys have fun in this contest?
Yes.
You want to have double of this fun in the next contest?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes.
I cannot hear you. Do you want to have double of this fun?
Yes.
So let's get started. But wait. Before that, let's have a quick break so that we give a time for our brains and for ourselves to digest this contest and help digest the next contest. With that, let's all be here back in next 10 minutes. Welcome back. Hope you're all ready to have the double fun what you had right now.
Yes.
That's it. So let's get started with the humorous speech contest of 2022 by Mekong Communication Club. To master this, we have a contest master. He has been a Toastmaster for a couple of years now. He's one of the back support, I would say. Any member would like to ask any doubts? He is almost the second person of contact, I would say, after AK Prabhakara sir. With that, please put your hands together in welcoming the contest master for humorous speech contest, Toastmaster Sai Sneha Reddy.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, contestants, and my dear judges.
Good
evening. Yes. Thank you so much, contest chair DTM Udanka, for that wonderful introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. We are here for the humorous contest of Mekong Communication Club, December 2022. This is a club level contest, and the speech contests are an important part of the Toastmasters education program. I will read the important rules of humorous speech contest in brief. To
To be eligible to participate, a contestant must be a paid member of a club in a good standing in which he or she is competing and must meet all the eligibility criteria as per the latest speech contest rulebook. And for this contest, I declare all the contestants are eligible to participate. The subject of the speech shall be selected by the contestant itself. Contestants must create their own speeches and the speeches must be substantially original. 25% or less of the speech may be devoted to quoting or referencing another person's content. Any quoted or referenced content must be so identified during the speech presentation. Contestant must not refer another contestant's speech presented by another contestant from this contest. All contestants will speak from the same speaking area as designated by the contest chair during the briefing. The speech timing is for 5 to 7 minutes. Contestants who speak for less than 4 minutes and 30 seconds or 7 minutes and 30 seconds will be disqualified. Timing will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. This is usually the first word uttered by the contestant, but would include any other communication such as a sound effect or a staged act by another person. The judges, contestant, functionaries and the sergeant-at-arms have been fully briefed on the rules. The contestants have been briefed on the location of the timers. Timers, please demonstrate the timing card as and when I say. The green card will be turned on at 5 minutes and will remain on for 1 minute. The amber light will be displayed at 6 minutes and will remain for another minute. The red light will be displayed at 7 and will remain until the speech is concluded. No audible devices such as buzzer or a bell will be used to indicate the overtime period. Judges are requested to not consider timing in the ranking of the contestant. Protest, if any, may be lodged with the chief judge and with the other contest chair prior to the adjournment of the contest. As a standard practice, the entire contest will be recorded by the contest management team. No other participant has requested to record the contest. The contest chair for today's contest is DTM Udanka, and the chief judge for today's contest is DTM Emubad. Each contestant will be introduced in the following manner: contestant number, contestant name, speech title, and contestant name. We have 9 contestants today, and I request the judges to kindly please make a note of this. Contestant number 1, Shiva Prasad Sharma. Contestant number 2, Sai Priya. Contestant number 3, Gaurav Badri. Contestant number 4, Ujjwal. Contestant number 5, Shushma. Contestant number 6, Balaji AS. Contestant number 7, Sanjana. Contestant number 8, Jyoti. And the last contestant number 9, Pavani. The judges, the contest officials and the contestants have been briefed and we are ready to begin the contest. Contestants, are you ready?
Yes.
Come on, once more.
Yes.
Timers, tally counters and sergeant-at-arms, are you ready?
Yes.
Audience?
Yes.
Yes. Chief Judge, shall we begin the contest?
Please go ahead.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin the Humorous contest of Mekong Communication Club, December 2022. In order to maintain uniformity, we shall maintain a 1 minute of silence, and I request the timer to let me know as and when 1 minute is up. Thank you, timer. Contestant number 1, Shivaprasad Sharma. We are like this only. We are like this only, Shivaprasad Sharma.
Hey, look, foreign bike. Photo le lo, jaldi. Quick. Now one more. Oi, is this fellow? Leave my bike alone. There he goes. Are you also Indian? Yes, and we are like this only. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. We Indians, we are like this only. Weather has been bad from the past 3 days in Bangalore. You've got a bad cold and you're driving somewhere. No problem. Stop your car in the middle of the road, bring down the window, just look out and just done. How many times have you stood in a queue in India and then somebody just, sorry. A queue is a sequence of people standing one behind the other, waiting patiently for their turn with respectful distance. It's there in Japan and all. In India, we don't have queues. We only have Indians. And with 20 such Indians, my family and I went on a package tour to Paris and Switzerland. Quick advice, don't go on package tours. To realize why. And in this group of 20 Indians, there was one that stood out. A family that was from Gujarat, 6 of them. Also, the loudest of them all was this man, middle-aged man called Kamlesh Bhai. Now we enjoyed Paris for 3 days and it was day number 4 and time to leave for Switzerland. And we checked out of our rooms, came down to the restaurant to have breakfast. You know, the usual complimentary continental breakfast. Bread, toast, eggs, jam, milk, fruit, juice, etc. But on that day, there was something special, something extra. I looked at that item in the counter, a whitish liquid-like substance. I could not make out what it was. I asked the guy, so what is this? Today you Indians were leaving, so we made upma for you all. Thank you. Same guy tells me, there is idli in the back, sir. Upma is only looking like chutney. Imagine the state of idli there. I didn't dare to go there. Meanwhile, our dear Gujarati family was running around that breakfast hall as if they had arranged that breakfast for us. Particularly our Kamlesh Bhai was meddling with the coffee machine. Apparently it was not working. Now anybody else would have probably called the staff, but not Kamlesh Bhai. Hey Baba, it's not working. And to my horror, that machine started working. Doing all this circus, we got on to our bus to Switzerland with our entire group. It was a long journey, so we naturally got hungry. And my mother had brought a packet of chakli from Bangalore. We had a few snacks. She opened it and distributed it in the bus, and we were careful not to litter in the bus. Right? And meanwhile, in the front of the bus, we hear a loud thud. Kamlesh Bhai had pulled out a massive suitcase from the top rack of the bus. All of us looked out of our seats. What is this guy doing? First, he pulls out one big flask. Starts pouring out chai for everyone. How and when did this guy make chai in this much quantity in Paris? No idea. Then the usual Gujarati snacks, thepla, khakra, fine. But then Kamlesh Bhai pulls out a big bunch of bananas. Gujarati family bananas? Didn't make sense. Then red delicious apples. Quite a few number of them. Then flavored yogurt. We were starting to get suspicious. Finally, in a plastic cover, some cornflakes. That is when we realized our dear Gujarati family had not just consumed breakfast, they had raided breakfast that morning, hoarded everything into their bags, and they had prepared for this long journey to Switzerland. I just muttered to myself, we are like this only. And while the Gujarati family was busy having their food, the tour guide of our tour, he came to the front of the bus and he says, I have a mic, anybody wants to sing a song, it's a long journey, so you can sing a song. That is when a 10-year-old girl came rushing to the front of the bus from the back. This girl was from Bangalore. And I'm not making this up. She grabbed the mic and she started off. Almost heaven, West Virginia. I was shocked. At max, I was expecting one rowdy baby. Right? But this girl is somewhere else. And I thought to myself, let us not be unfair to the girl. You know, when I was 10 years old, even I too would sing about roads. It was just that it was a different song. Shivanta Oguttite. And as I was thinking about this road, our road came to an end and we reached our hotel in Switzerland. As we got down from the bus admiring the beautiful mountains, in the parking lot, something caught my eye. It was a beautiful beast, a motorbike, and on it was etched BMW. I stood there admiring the bike. Kamalesh Bhai was on the bike. Photo level, jaldi, quick. Now one more. And that was when the owner of the bike came out and he shooed him away. The owner looked at me. I looked at the owner and I said, we are like this only. My fellow Toastmasters, we Indians are extremely patriotic, right? When we hear the national anthem in the movie theatre, for 52 seconds we'll stand there, chest puffed with pride. And as soon as it is done, sit down and stick the chewing gum under the seat. Truly, we Indians are like this. Over to contestant.
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timer, please show the red signal when 1 minute is up. Thank you, timer. Contestant number 3, Sai Priya. Humorous dream. Humorous dream, Sai Priya.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters and my dear guests. So this dream happened when I was very small, and it was going like this, and it ended in a further humorous situation. And you can see that on my nose right now. Not maybe much clear from there because it's faded along the years. So it went like this. So what happened was, when I was fast asleep in the night, I had a dream where I and my best friend went to a zoo. And when we went to the zoo, we saw all the animals caged. But other than my friend, I felt pity for them and compassion for them and opened the cages, all of them, and let them all loose. So one lion started chasing me and my friend, and my friend and me ran as fast as we could. My friend tried to run faster, tried to run even more faster, and I got a bit tired, so I just went to a nearby bench in the park which was in the zoo, and zoo which was in the park, and I sat down on the bench to take a little nap, a little rest to get back my energy and strength, since I had got tired running so fast. And the lion, but it continued to chase my best friend till the end of the zoo. And what happened was, she kept running, and I don't know where she went, where the lion went following her. And then I realized, oh God, what a big mistake have I done. I left all the animals scot-free, and now this is chasing my friend all the way till the end of the zoo, and even further, I guess, because I just didn't have any idea where the lion took my friend along by chasing her, and where she landed up. So, and on the bed, I started running, and then I rolled down and fell down, banged my nose on the cot. And then I was wondering, after I came to a awakened state, that my father is on the bed. How come I am down? Then I remembered, oh yes, it was a dream. And my father is soundly sleeping, and I banged my nose on the cot. So sad. Thank you. Back to you.
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Thank you, timer. Contestant number 3, Gaurav Badri. How not to use social media? How not to use social media, Gaurav Badri.
A very good evening to all Toastmasters and to all the guests present today. I'm sure everyone present in this room are at least on one of the social media platforms, if not Facebook and Instagram. I'm sure everybody uses WhatsApp at least, because you're in Mekon group. So WhatsApp was launched when I was in 8th or 9th standard. And back then when it was launched, it was just a normal messaging app. Recently, few years back to be precise, they bought this new feature called status. Out of nowhere, people started uploading so many things. Like before, it was just a normal messaging app. Now people are using WhatsApp to telecast their entire life. Like I have a mother's friend who's basically a gym's friend. So she delivered a baby boy recently, and she has uploaded all her son's first, like my son first walk, my son first breath, my son first birth, all these sons first you could ever imagine she has uploaded. And just not that, she has uploaded one photo of her kid, every month saying my son turns 1 month today, my son turns 2 months today, my son turns 3 months today. I, who isn't even the part of a family, have seen her son grow for a year. I know that watching your kid grow is a very beautiful thing, but cherish it with yourself, cherish it with your loved ones by sharing it to your husband, your wife, your sister, your brother, or your close relatives. Because people like me won't care how tall is your son or how old is your son, because we have other things to care. And next, coming to Facebook. Facebook is a very funny thing. So I had my first Facebook account when I was in 10th standard. And back then, even if you didn't have 2 actual friends in your life, but you have more than 1,000 friends, you were treated as a king. I mean, 1,000 friends in Facebook. So I had my first Facebook account. It was very exciting. Facebook is just, to chat with your friends, share posts, upload pictures. But recently I deactivated Facebook account. It's not because of the app, it's because of people. People started sharing unwanted things to me. Like one of the guys shared a post where I've never met him in my entire life. He shared a post saying, share this with 5 of your Facebook friends, or else bad luck will follow you for 10 years. I ignored that post because I know bad luck has been following me from the time of my birth. This is not going to affect me anyways. 10 more years is not a big deal. And I started getting hundreds of notifications every day. And the best part of Facebook is it sends you reminders of everybody's birthday. That's the only useful feature I ever found in Facebook. So I used to get hundreds of notifications every day, and in that 10% will be these birthday reminders, and remaining 90% will be Candy Crush requests from aunties. So one day I was just working studiously. I could submit a deadline. I recently got a notification saying one of the person is about to lose her life. Please log in and give her life. I just logged into Facebook and I see it's actually a Candy Crush request. She's losing all her 5 lives, so she wants to have extra life. I'm like, Yenta Mare, what is this? Like such jobless people, like what are you doing in life? Social media is a very good thing. And next coming to Instagram. Oh, Instagram. I came to Instagram when I was in college. Instagram is the fancier stuff than Facebook. It's again like Facebook where you can make friends, chat, share posts, but it's more tweakier. So in Instagram, they recently have this feature called Reels. And my God, people went crazy. All those old people will say, Appa, to stand up for nicely moving their waist and uploading dance videos. So many unwanted reels like Kiki challenge where they step up with the car and doing some stupid dance. And they're coming up with this kacha badam, nicely moving their waist and uploading videos. I'm like, how jobless are people? That is meant for some other purpose, people are using for some different thing, for some other purpose. Then there is a feature in Instagram called bio. In bio, what basically it means, you have to write something about yourself. For example, I am Gaurav, I'm studying at so-and-so college, going to be a chartered accountant one day. Or else, I am so-and-so, working as a surgeon in so-and-so hospital. That's a perfect bio. I saw one guy on a bio saying, attitude king. I am single, ready to mingle. Why? What's the point of putting this in your bio? And I've seen so many people uploading this as their bio saying cake murder. They can just say my birthday is on 11th September, but no, cake murder on 11th September. It gives more thrill to your birthday. And I saw one female, she had uploaded a bio saying, Daddy's princess. And she has again said, single guys, please stay away from me, I'm committed to my profession. I'm like, everybody is committed to their own profession. And below she had written, landed on earth on 5th September. She was not born, she was landed. Like one fine day, our parents were just watching some movie like maybe Kantara, and all of a sudden, like how an alien landed in Koi Milga, she was landed in front of the earth, she was not born. Like there are so many things that you can learn from Instagram, so many things from social media. Like basically, there are people who have marketed their product and grew their business in Instagram or Facebook. And there are so many people doing the certifications by watching so many videos in YouTube. The example is me. So dear Toastmasters, now it's up to you. If you want to, there are 2 options. First option, second option. First option, to use social media for something beneficial and grow. Or second, upload stupid stuff and give opportunity to people like me to make fun of you. The question, that's the answer by us. Thank you, and back to them.
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Thank you, timer. Contestant number 4, Ujjwal. The 3 mistakes of my life, part 2. The 3 mistakes of my life, part 2, Ujjwal.
How many of you have read this book by Chetan Bhagat titled The 3 Mistakes of My Life? Wow, thank you. Contestant, contest master, fellow Toastmasters, good evening. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk about that book. Instead, I'm going to talk about the 3 mistakes of my life, part 2. Let's get started. The first mistake of my life was coming to 10th standard. Board exams, turning point of life. How many of you believe that 10th is the turning point of life? I can see so many of you not believing in it. But let me tell you, there are so many people who truly believe in it. Relatives. That was my sweet 16th birthday and I was in 10th standard. So I had invited my relatives for my birthday. But all the relatives who came for my birthday were more interested in giving gyan rather than celebrating my birthday. There is one aunt of mine who is famous for giving strict in the students' face. She says, and if you come across, if she finds out that you are studying in 10th standard, you are completely dead. Beta, you are in 10th. You have board exams. It is the turning point of your life. If you didn't score good marks, then you are dead. Your aim should be not playing, only studying. The other day, there was an interesting match between RCB versus CSK, or rather I would call a mini India versus Pakistan match. My father came from the office and asked, "ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಮಗನೇ?" So I said, "I'm watching an interesting match. Please don't disturb me." He comes and switched off the TV and asked, "Kohli ಬಂದು board exam ಬರೀತಾನಕಂದ?" So I said, ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ನಾನೇ ಬರೀತಿದ್ದೀನಿ because at that time Kohli will be playing in Australia tour match. I received a shoe on my face which was 10 times the speed of light. It was not funny, you know. I had to sleep without the dinner. This was the hardest way to understand the meaning of turning point of life. But it's okay, that's not wrong. Moving on to the second mistake of my life was getting into relationship. Girls. I don't like them. I avoid. Yes, Balaji, I avoid. Believe me. But girls likes me. I can't avoid it. Now, how many of you are in relationship? No one? Hey, come on, people. Don't worry. I'll ask Prabhakar sir to close his eyes. Naughty side, come on. Daka told me everything about you. Alright. To all those people who are hiding out there can relate to my second mistake of my life. It was during second PU and I ended up falling into this pit called relationship. I bet you even the God cannot understand the girl's frame of mind. Fighting, fighting, fighting. Relationship doesn't like it. It avoids. But fighting likes relationship. It can't avoid it. For more interesting relationship facts, please contact our Apat Bandhav of our club, Sai Snail. Coming to the third mistake and the last mistake of my life was to speak all of this in front of these two Khatarnak friends of mine. And even though my father is staying in Hyderabad and is not the member of MECON right now, he knows that I am participating in the contest, and as this meeting is being recorded, he will have the privilege to watch the recording and he will convey the same thing to my mother. So my mother is more than enough. So I think maybe by tomorrow morning, my father will be busy in the office. I think tomorrow night, by tomorrow night, my family will fall short by one member, that's it. So my dear fellow Toastmasters, people learn from their mistakes. So make as many of them as possible. Back to you, contestant.
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their balance. Thank you, timer. Contestant number 5, Shushma Krishnan. She is Shushma Krishnan.
She is brilliant, said one of my uncles when I was just 12 years old. The lie was pure white and the truth was jet black. As if I didn't know how brilliant I was. Dear Toastmasters and contest chair, I was only associated with the term brilliant in one way, and that was brilliant tutorials. You know, the ones which help students prepare for the esteemed IITs. It was very tough. I didn't go for it, my brother did. I just saw the books and passed it on to my brother. However, you know, when it comes to languages, I am brilliant. English, Kannada, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Urdu, Bengali, Marathi, Korean, Japanese, and Mandarin. You name any of these languages and I can watch a movie in that language. The only requirement is English subtitle. Actually, I would have been brilliant had it not been for my very poor vision and very poor hearing. Once it so happened that there was a family get-together. My cousin's birthday was there. And we had plenty of games and shooting was one of them. You know, 6 pins, 6 bottles, this big each, shaped like bowling pin, were kept at the one end and we were standing at the other end. We had to use a pistol with a kind of a dart gun and shoot the bottles. Each of us were given 3 chances each, and we have to score as much as possible for our team. Expectation from me was like, shoot like the present day Abhinav Bindra. The reality was soda buddhi. Well, while Abhinav Bindra was wiping his shooting glasses, I was busy wiping my soda glasses. Just look at the gap. They were expecting so much from me. I was wondering, where is their brilliance? While this was all happening, one of my uncles could sense my helplessness, my predicament, and he rushed forward to help. And I was standing here, he came next to me, and he did everything he could except helping me. He just told me, see Sushma, the pins, the bottles are there. I was dumbstruck, dumb and struck. See, if I had been really brilliant, then I would have given him a fitting reply. See uncle, I can only hit what I can see. So, anyway, I share a very special bond with my uncle, bond 007. So while this was all happening, I was wondering, what is this brilliance game in my life? The truth was, it had just started. This was just the trailer and the actual movie was yet to begin. Not in the movie hall, but in the marriage hall. I was 23 and my brother was 26. My parents were looking for a suitable match for me, and everybody else in the marriage hall were looking for a suitable match for my brother. I was standing like a dumb girl. Hello, I'm here, right here. Okay, my brother is brilliant. Naturally, he took away all the brilliance before I was even born, the first born, no. He studied engineering, BE, brilliant. I also studied engineering, gone. Then there is one thing which people expect from those who study, everybody who studies engineering, that they should understand the basics of engineering. Not possible, it didn't happen in my case. And many a time even my brother scolded. Whenever a tricky situations came up which required an engineering mind to solve them, my brother could solve it easily because he was naturally brilliant. But I couldn't. And several times he has asked me, are you even an engineer? I struggled to answer that question earlier, but now I don't have a problem because I have changed my career stream. Every time he asks me that question, I say, look, Pa, I only studied engineering. I am not an engineer, okay? I have my certificate, that's it. And he has stopped asking me the question now. So I was wondering, what is this brilliance all about? Why is so much hype about it? I mean, I have some flaws, I agree. If not many, I have some flaws, okay? Other than this, I am really brilliant, like everybody else, right? Then one day I got really fed up of this game for brilliance. What is this about? Everywhere they are expecting this. When I came across a beautiful quote in the internet, it said, before brilliance begins, there must be great chaos. A lot of it was there in my life. Before a brilliant person does something great, they must look foolish in the crowd. It has been happening time and again. So this made me truly believe that yes, I am on my way to brilliance. Let's see what's next. Contestant?
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots.
Thank you, timer. Contestant number 6, Balaji AS. Ball had a fall. Ball had a fall. Balaji AS.
Before we started this, Bala had a fall. Emma, please don't start my time. Sometimes life puts you in tricky situations. When you want to walk, it will make you run. When you want to run, it will make you go around. And when you want to keep going around, it will make you fall. And this day, everything happened at once. 27th November. Till that day, I told all my students, all 400 lives and your lives, and the weight of it is on my shoulder. And on 27th November, I figured out my own body couldn't take the weight of my shoulder. It was a fantastic day. After a long time, resort is happening. I told my wife, babe, you know what? Everybody is gonna come in jeans. You know what? They're very, But me and you, we're gonna wear track pants. We're gonna wear comfy clothes because we're gonna have a day of sports. And I'm gonna burn so many calories. You have no idea. I'm gonna come back out, if not 6-pack, at least 1-pack. And my wife told, oh, you stopped smoking. Oh, come on, not about that. And I entered this beautiful restaurant called Mango Mist. And when I entered this resort, I thought this is going to be an active day. Finally, I can call my cult coach and tell, hey, I hit my count. What count? Step count. Having attractions is good. Having adventure, fantastic. But right at the start, supposedly was a good idea. When we entered this Mango Mist resort, there was something rotating. And like Sanjana says, people love round things. So I went right at it and I'm like, hey, this sounds fun. Hamster wheel. Nana, it was human hamster wheel, which had in bold letters, only walk, don't run. But we Indians are like this only. The second I read that, I stood on that hamster wheel and next to me was another guinea pig called Gaurav, who was falling right off even before he could start. I was walking when Gaurav was falling. And I was still walking and Gaurav is still rolling. At some point in time, I told Gaurav, this is not Tirupati, beta. Please stand up, stop rolling. And Gaurav somehow got out. Everything is still okay. Until from a long distance, one lady explaining to his or her son, look at uncle. He is so fat. He is still so fit. And now somehow, someone who easily gets carried away by the crowd, I'm like, oh, uncle, you haven't seen anything yet. Wait for this. And now I was just not walking, I was running. And I thought this is a fantastic day. Am I in the best day of my life? And after a point, I want to try the dog run. Because that's what fat people don't do. But I was not a regular fat person. I was a fit fat person. So I took my dog position and I started running. And even before I could do the dog howl, I just realized, you can start this thing, you cannot stop this thing. And I look here, audience is cheering on. And there I see my wife with judgmental eyes. Beta tu girega. Which means, dear son, you're going to fall. And then I will get my time to say, I said you so. And after 30 seconds of realizing, that I am no way going to land in safe hands, I took it upon my own shoulders. It was not pretty. When I got tired, after 30 seconds, my body told, enough cardio for the day, take a break. The human hamster wheel did not take a break. It took me all the way to 90 degrees, and there I have my fall. Someone who always tells people, weight is just a number. Weight is just a number. Calm down, you don't have to fret about it. When I felt the entire 97 kgs of weight on my shoulder, CB Physiotherapy had a business of 7,500. It was not painful yet because you're still in the heat of the moment, and mirth has to show that there is no dard inside the mirth. With these ideologies, I came and I'm like, hey, it's okay, I'm fine. My wife comes up to me, but there is water in your eyes. Dust, you see, there's a lot of dust in this circle. I mean, maybe bacteria, I don't know. I'm sitting aside. I thought things will stop now. It didn't. New people are entering, all the Toastmasters, some of them I'm meeting for the first time with their families. There is this one very, very bold uncle who, whoever is coming in, don't go here. If you go here, look at him, you'll fall, seriously. I'm like, okay, okay, he's making an example out of me, not a problem. And then a kid comes in. And then the same uncle goes, don't, look at that uncle, he's fallen. And the kid looks at me. At this point in time, words don't hurt because you're in physical pain. But when that kid looked at me and told, Arey, if that uncle falls, what is my problem? I will still do it. And when you listen to that word uncle and the ring that has in it your head, this is the word that you've been fretting since you're 18. This is the word you've been fretting every time you called someone else uncle. And that's the day I realized you need to run, you need to jog, you need to be fit, and realize when you turn uncle, take it easy. Thank you so much. Over to the contest master.
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Thank you, timer. Contestant number 7, Sanjana Prabhanjan. English is a funny language. English is a funny language, Sanjana Prabhanjan.
I speak such good English that I will leave the Angrez behind. You see, sir, I talk English, I bark English, I laugh English. Once said the angry young man of Bollywood. A very good evening to fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. I have a problem with this language. As rightly said by Toastmaster Jyoti's heartthrob, Amitabh Bachchan, English is indeed a funny language. No is N and N-O, and also no is K-N-O-W. Whole is H-O-L-E, and also whole is W-H-O-L-E. Well, the English intruded into our country and of course many other countries across the world. But poor men, little did they know these small, harmless letters called silent intruded into their own words and confused thousands of children in their own country and not to forget worldwide. I complained about this to my mother. Amma, this language just can't make up its mind. Look at its spelling. First of all, I had a problem with the spelling of no. K-N-O-W, and then came night, N-I-G-H-T, where G was silent, but I still was silent. But now I can't be silent with K-N-I-G-H-T, night, where K along with G are silent. But here my complaints were not consistent because I was very smart. I only complained about it when I scored a 15 on 25. But then, oh, English is my favorite language. Who can score less marks in English? It's just like a piece of cake. That was me when I scored a 23 or a 24 on 25. Just like English, my behavior towards the language was funny. So my mother never took my complaints seriously, as she was convinced that I was trying to justify why I scored less marks. Speaking of my mother, she joined me to a school called Humorous, which is less than a kilometer away from this place, because of my cousin who spoke impeccable English, and she happened to study in that school. This was when people people thought that if you speak good English, you're smart. This was the first bomb my parents threw at me. Whenever I spoke Kannada, my mother used to correct me, and she was insisting on me saying the same thing in English. This went on for a couple of years. Then when I became a lofty teenager, I happened to attend one of these family functions. And me being me, trying to sound all cool and chic in front of my relatives, I went on to speak about the book I read recently. And trying to sound like Toastmaster Ajay with all the accent. Oh, I recently read this book and the author has a completely different perspective of animism. And my relatives were spellbound. Just when they were about to pass a compliment, my dad entered from nowhere. He was as loud as the excited Toastmaster Balaji would be. My father gets excited during family functions, but let's save that story for another evening. He said, "Idella shoki saku, first Kannada matado," in front of the whole crowd. And then came another uncle. What, sir, this generation kids, they hardly speak their mother tongue, they only speak English. But the irony was, he told the same thing in English. You speak whatever language you wish to speak, but everything has to be outside the house. But once you are in the house, you have to speak Kannada. That was the second bomb my parents threw at me. And gradually I began modifying. But here, my dear Toastmasters, the modification went wrong. Here it became half Kannada and half English, which got converted into Konglish. So whenever we as a family went to McDonald's, my mother refrained from eating. Whenever I asked my mother, she used to say, "I can't recipe, they won't prepare veg, non-veg separate." And whenever my father used to say, "I'll give you 5 minutes, within 5 minutes you have to come get ready, lock the door, and like that till you have to sit off in the car." With them around, and of course not to forget, my beloved PT teachers in the school, my thinking language got converted into Konglish. So whenever I used to pray God, I used to literally pray like, oh Devre, please, I've done off this mistake like that. Don't you forgive me. Next time, pakka, I won't do this. Please don't let karma hit me like one BMTC truck. That's when, my dear Toastmasters, I had a moment of epiphany because my Konglish had to be stopped as I was neither speaking English properly nor Kannada, and then I joined Toastmasters in order to speak the language the way it has to be spoken. And here I am today giving a speech about Konglish in English. Thank God it's not the other way around. And if somebody tells that English is a funny language, I'd now say try Konglish. Thank you, and back to you.
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Thank you, timer. Contestant number 8, Jyoti Rao. My mind is mine. My mind is mine, Jyoti Rao.
Get married at the age of 18? And of all the things that I lose, I will miss my mind the most. Good evening, Toastmasters. The turning point of a student's life, standard 12th. That was when my father got transferred from Nagpur to Asansol. He gave me two choices. Get married. And I thought, lose my freedom and be a mature lady in a golden cage, or stay and study in the hostel. And I thought, carefree life of a student. I chose my freedom. I got admitted to the hostel, and I was a stranger among 300 other strangers. As I climbed the steps to the first floor, where my room was allotted, my imagination box popped up. I imagined a heartless room with local girls, hair filled with oily hair, plaited with a ribbon, color printed ribbon, tied upwards and giggling at me. I stepped into my room and I saw 2 double bunker beds, 4 chairs, 4 tables, and there were standing 2 giant framed Kenyan girls with gleaming teeth. Hi, Connie, your roommate. Hi, I am Margaret, your room partner. And I am Jyoti. I shook hands with them. Thus began my life lessons. Lesson number 1. Lead your life the way you want to be and not as others want to be. Lesson number 2. Change for the world. The world will not change for you. And thus began my journey of high and low. People say when life gives you lemon, make a lemonade. I went a step further and I played lemon and spoon race. The evenings were very slow as a tortoise and heavy as an elephant. And added to that was the burden of my grim face. One evening, my roommate said, "Jyoti, come, let's go to the market." I had nothing to do. I accompanied her to the market. It became dark. On the way, she bought some candles and matchstick. On our way home, she lit the candle. I said, "What are you doing?" "It's so dark, we need light to go home." Ha ha ha, I got my buddy. And hence started the journey of every evening affair, gallery of affair. One day we would stop the car and say, "Uncle, headlight is on." Uncle would get down. "What happened?" "Headlight is on." "It's night, headlight has to be on." That's what we said, headlight is on. Then we would stop the person going on the scooter. "Uncle, what's the time?" What happened? He would get down. Time please. "You have a watch?" "No, matching your time and my time are the same in a wristwatch." Would glare and go. Then it would be, "Cycle wala bhaiya, aage ka chakka puncture nahi hai." He would get down. "What happened?" "Puncture nahi hai, go." And that was how it was on the road. But inside the hostel, we used to get dal, sabji, rice, and burnt and uncooked roti. We requested the matron to give some better food, but of no avail. We came to know there was a trustees meeting to be held the next morning. Me and my buddy, after midnight, tiptoed to the office and pinned the burnt and uncooked roti on the notice board. From next day onwards, best fresh fulka we used to get. Then came the prelims time. So it was time to prepare tea and coffee on the candlelight. And the aroma of Zandu bomb was all over the corridor. The girls of the same feather flocked together on the terrace top. As the clock struck 12, we all covered ourselves with white bedsheet and swayed and danced and giggled and had fun through the night. Morning headlines in the hostel. Spirits were found in the hostel campus. Mass prayer to be held. All students have to attend mandatorily. The spirits of some of the spirits grew higher. Final exams came. The kerosene was smuggled. The kerosene had to go round and round to each room as and when it was called for. Hostel life always starts after late night. One such late night, the kerosene oil was taken from one room to another, and it was in my hands. Me being me, tripped and fell over with the lighted kerosene stove, and psh, the entire corridor was aflame. Shh. The scream was stuck in our throat. We had a savior, the extinguisher, water in our palms from the bathroom and poured on the fire. By morning, we had put in the incense stick. There was fragrance all over. The warden never came to know what happened. It was like these girls are praying for marks from the Lord. And that's how kerosene oil smell was hidden. Exams got over. I passed with no flying red colors. Of all the things I had lost, I had not lost much. I had rather gained friends, memories, and a mind of fabulous, marvelous, and mischievous mind of mine. But yet, Toastmasters, I will assure you, at the age of 22, I did become a CA, cooking assistant to my mother-in-law, and over to the master.
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Thank you, timer. Contestant number 9, Pavani. 100% attendance. 100% attendance, Pavani.
She came to me and she said, "Come, Pavni, it's too late already. You have to get this award. Come fast." And she dragged me onto the stage. Contest master, contest chair, and fellow Toastmasters. There was a weird connection between me and math. Math was the subject that I hated the most ever since I was a kid. I also hated my math teacher because every teacher who took math targeted me for no reason. But I had two strong reasons to hate math. One is that it was not practical for me. Teacher says you have 10 chocolates and you give 5 chocolates to your friend, and how many is still left with you? My answer would be 10 chocolates because I'm not a person who shares my chocolate with someone. The teacher marked it wrong, and when I went and told her about this, she told, "Okay, assume someone is forcibly grabbing 5 chocolates from you. Now how much is left?" My answer still would be 10 chocolates because I am a karate kid. Who would dare to mess with me, huh? And then she gave up on me. Well, then second reason was, everyone tells that math, they use it on a day-to-day basis. I accept it until, okay, like subtraction, addition and multiplication, division, okay. But where do you use trigonometry in your life on day-to-day basis? Sine theta, cos theta and tan thetas. Where do you use all this? So that's the reason I hated math. And then I also hated my maths teacher because she was illogical. Math is equal to logic. Math teacher is equal to illogic. She used to come, she used to draw a circle and she used to prove that it is a circle. Mom, you already drew a circle. Why are we supposed to prove that it is a circle? And when I asked her straight away this question, she's like, she made me the outstanding student for the entire day. I was like, okay, everyone, close your eyes. You feel blank, empty, right? Now open. That was the exact feeling I always had during my math exams. I had the question paper in my hand, scanned the entire paper with my eyes wide open. And I definitely knew I'm gonna fail this time. Then my mother always used to tell, when you're in trouble, take a deep breath, close your eyes and try to find a solution. But the paper was full of problems. How will I find solution for all the problems? But somehow I managed to write few answers from previous year, irrelevant formulas, and few were same of questions itself. And then I was in this deep pain and agony, trying to find out the answers. And then more weird happened to me and to the whole class. "Can I have an additional sheet, ma'am?" shouted the class topper. Here I am, not even finished 2 pages of my answer script, and there she's asking an additional sheet. Everyone looked at her as she went to take that additional sheet on an imaginary red carpet. Then, you know what? They always tell in an examination hall, students look up for motivation, down in depression, left and right for information. That's what I exactly did. There was my friend. I asked her. She was the savior of the day. I was like, second main, 4th question. Second main, 4th question. She's not even understanding which question I'm asking. I never gave up. I was like, second main, 4th question. And then she started doing some actions as if I have to turn back and look around. When I did that, it was my principal who was standing right behind me and watching me play all the dirty tricks here. Then, I was telling about my math teacher, Suma ma'am. I was her most favorite student. because I was the scapegoat and she used to scold me for everything every time. She also put me to this special classes even though I was scoring above average just to get rid of her scoldings. But never mind, it just didn't happen. Time passed. I also passed out of the school with flying colors and went to PU. And then I was invited for the award ceremony. Okay, then she came to me and she said, "Come Pavni, you have to take this award, let's go." And she dragged me onto the stage to present me this award, 100% attendance. My dear fellow Toastmasters, the person who scolds you the most is the person who loves you the most. Thank you and back to you.
That was the last contestant. We will maintain 2 minutes of silence for the judges to mark their ballots and submit the same to the counters. Thank you, timer. Now the chief judge and the tally counter. It's now time to recognize the contestant, and I request Toastmaster Lalla Moti to hand over the certificate of participation to all the contestants. And can we have a huge round of applause for all the contestants? Contestant number 1, Shiv Prasad Sharma. Contestant number 2, Sai Priya. Contestant number 3, Gaurav Badri. Contestant number 5, Shushma Pai. Contestant number 6, Balaji AS. Contestant number 7, Sanjana Prabhanjan. Contestant number 8, Jyoti Rao.
Attention number 9, Pavni. Thank you. Thank you everyone. It was a great round of humorous speeches. I'm sure you had fun as much as I did too. With that, we come to the end of today's contest and I hand the charge back to the contest chair, D.T. Mudanka.
I had my stomach pain when this contest was going on. So many laughters and laughters. I could see it was not only me, many members, almost all of you enjoyed this thoroughly. Am I right?
Yes.
Before I announce the winners and point out the members who take these 4 lovely trophies home, I would like to call our president to hand over the roll taker certificates of this contest. We have our contest master for table topic contest, Toastmaster Rashmi Chandrasekhar. For the contest master 2, that's Toastmaster Sai Snehal ready for humorous contest. We had our timer Toastmaster Subrabha Bhatt. Our tally counter Sharanya Prasad. Our Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Vaishnavi Harish. Our chief judge is counting the ballots, so we have to wait for him, and myself contest chair. I would request my president to hand over the certificate to our chief judge, DTM Emilva. Now, it's time for us to know who the winners and runners of this 2 contests is. The second place, wait, which contest do you want first? Humorous or table topics?
Table topics. Table topics.
Wait a minute. Which you want, first or second first?
Second.
Let's go back.
You decided only the second one you decide.
With that, I forgot everything. I actually remember. With that, the second prize of the Table Topic Contest 2022 goes to Distinguished Toastmaster Sushma Krishnan.
Go, Sushma.
The winner of Table Topic Contest 2022 goes to Toastmaster Balaji Ayers.
and daily.
Now, the second place of the humorous speech contest goes to Toastmaster Balaji AS again. And the fight is over. The winner of Humorous Speech Contest 2022, Toastmaster Shiva Prasad.
Hold one hand you get, then you can pick no.
With that, we have come to the end of the contest. Hope you all had the same fun. We'll be coming back with this contest very shortly, and we would like to see as much as contestants as today. With that, handing over the charge back to the Madam President, Toastmaster Lalana Murthy.
Thank you, judges and contestants and the contest masters for managing the contest excellently. I now close meeting number 1191, followed by the national anthem.